All right, so thank you for coming again. I'm very excited about this. Susie, let's see, or so Colleen, what level of school are you on?
Elementary, K-5.
K-5, okay. And are you the only one in the library?
I am the only one. Well, the library technically, but I'm the only librarian.
Okay, and do you have the opportunity to do some work with technology in addition to books and such?
I do have the opportunity. Up until this year, we've never had a technology teacher, and we're lucky. They just hired one in our building. So they're all getting those because to do a lot of technology in the library too. So yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. So it sounds like you have a lot of choices and different things about what you're doing.
Totally.
That's super cool. Super cool. Yeah. And Susie, you're at the you said a junior college, right?
Correct.
Okay. So it's all big kids. So we're quite the range here, which is
it is big kids, but they're just a little bit out of the high school, so it's still like doing high school, but I still work with them and teach them about as much as I can about technology when they come into the library and how to utilize different apps or websites and the
yeah. Well, and I was having a conversation with a friend of mine recently, and we were talking about how that age group right now that's probably in like junior college, probably like 18 to 22-ish, they're kind of in this in-between stage where they probably didn't have a lot of technology necessarily at their school.
They think they know a lot, but they really aren't as experienced with it as the younger age.
Yeah. It's a very kind of funny in-between age. A friend of mine works at the University of Southern California, USC, and it's called the Keck School of Medicine. It's I believe it's the physician's assistant program. And so all of these people who are coming in with bachelor's degrees, and she's there to show them how to use their iPads in a positive learning environment. And this is all brand new for the professors and for the students. And so it's like a whole new landscape. So it's kind of an interesting area, you know?
Most definitely.
Yeah. So what I wanted to share with you guys today, if you have your iPad, I would love for you to be able to try some things out as well while we're chatting. And if not, you can just listen as well. So I wanted to talk about Draw and Tell. And Draw and Tell is it's a simple free app. And Susie, if you don't end up using it professionally, I guarantee you would use this with your son because it lends itself to more of the kindergarten, first grade, and second grade too, age range. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to mute both of you just for a minute. I think if you mute yourself, then you can come back in and say something. But I'm going to talk for just a minute here. And that way you can see what's happening. So so a little bit of background. Draw and Tell is an app from a company called DuckDuckMoose, which was recently, as of August, acquired by Khan Academy. And if you have not heard of Khan Academy, you should look them up. They have amazing online math tutorials for all age groups and teaching you how to do everything. But one area where they really were lacking was for the lower elementary school age. Everything that they had was just too above them. So they acquired DuckDuckMoose, and since then, all of the apps from DuckDuckMoose are now free, which is awesome. They were never really that much money, but now that they're free, it's so wonderful. So why are we talking about Draw and Tell? Well, kids, even young kids, need to be able to create things on their iPads. if there's many teachers who I've talked to, and they said, oh, well, can you tell me an app where they can practice their sight words or practice, their addition facts? And I'm like, well, we can look those up. We can find boatloads of those. But what's going to really make a big impact for those young learners is if they are creating their own learning. So that's what can happen with Draw and Tell. Draw and Tell is simple enough for a kindergartner to use and not get lost, right? There's a lot of drawing apps out there. I feel like there's just too many choices. This one, they're not going to get overwhelmed. Also, it's robust, and it will successfully share the content and create the content that is needed for this age group. So what I would do is, let's get to Draw and Tell. So Draw and Tell looks like this with the little kitty cat. And it's very cute. It starts off with a little duck moose. Very important to know how to turn the music on and off. It's right there. It gets
a new piece of paper or a
it gets a little loud with 30 some odd children playing music all at the same time. So that's important. So you have blank paper, coloring, and then your drawings. And so the very first thing I would do if I was teaching this to kindergartners is without no devices at all, I would have them sit down. We would go over the rules. So before I even show them anything, and I don't know if you guys do this as well, but two of the most important rules, I think, to really just have that good classroom management, number one is to pick an attention getter. My favorite one lately is waterfall, waterfall, especially for the kindergartners. And then they all say, shh, shh, and it gets like, it's the total body response, gets their mouths moving, their hands moving, and they're all quiet. So I train them that when you hear waterfall, waterfall, and you're on your iPad, it immediately goes upside down and their hands are folded. So that way I know that they're listening. And I tell them, there's no warnings. If you don't listen to that and you keep using your iPad, then you're going to lose that iPad privilege for the day. They'll get another chance tomorrow, but really for the rest of that period of time, they do not get the iPad. So they could use the same exact activity using paper or just telling a friend, and especially at kindergarten level, it's I know they're going to be able to make it up. So I know they're not going to be missing out on a whole research project or something like that. So that's key. That is so important, number one. Practice that many times. Number two, I go over with them if Miss Gould tells you you need to use Draw and Tell, then you're only using Draw and Tell. You are not using any other apps. You're making sure that you use just that one. And Colleen, I can tell you've had experience with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Susie, probably things you never would have thought of it with the 18 and 19-year-olds though, right? Oh, you're still muted.
I'm muted. It's amazing how similar they are.
But then there's that too. So yeah, so then you know what? I have taught kindergarten for 1 year, and I'm telling you, I think it really made me a better teacher because some of those classroom management strategies work even for 18-year-olds.
Yep.
So it's important. So those are my two best classroom management tips for using iPads with the kids. And then the second thing I would do is still having kids with no devices yet. I would go through and I would show them sort of some choices. I'd say, okay, so here you go. You can have all these papers. And I say this area here lets you upload one of your own photos. Can you guys see that very easily? Or is it kind of hard? Good, it's probably good enough. And so I really don't even address that right away. I try to hold that off because that's sort of like another layer. So I just say, okay, you can pick a background, and then I know I know that like 5-year-olds are not afraid of pushing buttons, but I want to make sure that they know that many of these options are here. So I do a quick run through. And because there's, you know, I don't want there to be one or two that like just sit there and go, I don't know. So give them a quick preview, get them excited about what they're doing. So I'll show them, okay, look, you can use a crayon and then you can draw with a crayon. Let's see, there we go, drawing with the crayon. And then the best one, this one's always so exciting, the glowing crayon. Wait for it, wait, ooh, go with me, ooh. See it changes color too, oh, it's so exciting. And then wait for it because it gets better. We have the rainbow crayon. Oh. Wow, okay, this is very impressive to 5-year-olds. Very, very impressive. So I show them we have the crayons, we have a paintbrush, we have a color pencil, and those are the ways you can draw. And then we have stickers, and you can tap a sticker, and by this time it's obviously, you can see it's a big, huge mess. So there's my fish. There's a sheep or lamb, whatever they are. I point out to them to adjust it. It's just with the one finger. It's not like usual on an iPad with two, it's just one. And so I show them there's lots of stickers at the bottom to choose from. I make sure they know how to erase, that there's 2 choices here for erasing. There's the big one that's not that big, and then the smaller one, so that they know how to erase. And then there's a feature here, I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a paintbrush for wallpaper or something. I don't know, but I let them figure that one out on their own. And then I let them play. So I know in my teaching experience, when you give them, if you pass out math manipulatives and you say, don't touch anything, they're going to touch it. Give them a chance to play, right? So I give them a chance to play. They explore some different things. And then I come back and I say, okay, everybody, we are going to use our math brains and our iPad brains all at the same time. So exciting. You're so smart. I know you can do it. And so I demonstrate to them a math story. And I show them how we can put the different stickers on. We write our number sentence. And then I show them how you can record your voice. So I'll show you a little preview here.
There were 3 pink fish who were playing, and they had lots of fun. Then some yellowfish came and said, can I play with you? And they said, okay. How many fish are playing all together?
So built-in applause is always good, right? Mm-hmm. So that's my ultimate goal. So I'm showing them how to do that. So we've played. That's step 1. We've established our rules. We've played. You probably like the next occasion when we work on this, whether it's with myself or with their own classroom teacher, I have them walk through step by step and copy me. So we do it together. And I say, okay, you're going to pick the same exact stickers as me, and you're going to have the same number sentence as me. You're going to copy my language so that I know that you know the words to use, the proper math terms to say, in order to make it accurate, right? So they copy me. And that usually takes another probably 30 minutes before that gets all finished for some of us. And then the time after that, so I think we're on probably class meeting approximately number 3 for those of us keeping track. Then I give them a demo one more time. And then I tell them, okay, now I want you to make your own math story. And you pick your own stickers. And you still need to match my language, but it's up to you to make it a little bit more creative. So right now at the school where I'm at, that's where the kindergartners are at right this minute, and they are loving it. Let me tell you, one of the other major benefits of this particular app, this exact lesson, is that the kids who are English language learners, which we have a lot of them at my school, who have come straight from China. And last time I checked, they really don't speak Chinese, unfortunately, but this is an amazing way for them to work. They can work with a buddy, and the buddy can help them with the language. And a lot of the kids are shy. They're really shy. And so this gives them that opportunity to share in a safe setting and feel successful and know that they have that support there, but they're gonna do something that's pretty awesome. So so it's really cool. Do you guys have any questions or thoughts so far? I would love to hear.
No, but great ideas so far. I've
Awesome.
looked at the app. I looked at the app when I downloaded it and thought, oh my God, this is going to be great to use. So, yes.
Good. Susie, I would like this one.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I can tell you I've got it open here, and he keeps playing with it and doing things with it.
Awesome.
And actually, I don't know if this will help you at all, but I can actually see teaching some of our early education majors about these kind of apps.
Oh, absolutely.
So it is beneficial in my position even. So,
so good. What's your son's name?
His name is Cody.
Hey, Cody. How you doing, buddy?
He's talking to you. He's going to try to turn you off.
Cody, are you drawing a picture? He
did do something.
Cody, can you show us your picture or no? Oh, let's see. If you talk, that way we can see it even bigger. Cody, what's in your picture? Oh.
He's probably not going to talk to you. He's almost a nonverbal child.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know. Well, good. Oh, well, good. I'm really excited. I'm happy that he's enjoying that. So the kids at this point in time have they've copied me. They have then made their own story. And then what I would like to, what I think would be a great next step would be to have them then make one more math story, and answer. So this one has the answer, but not including the answer. But then give them a little bit more time to be even more creative. This was very, very simple, and it took some of my friends several minutes to do. But I think that now that they kind of got the routine down, they know what they're doing, they know what their goal is, some of them will have the freedom and the ability to add some details. So whether it's like a background, or if they're doing, birds sitting in a tree, or the fish are in the ocean, or, whatever it might be, they can kind of add some pizzazz to their story. So that makes it more fun for sure. And then what do we do with these? So one of my most important philosophies of education is that we can connect globally. So, I'm so lucky I was able to connect with you guys on a really short notice. I mean, technology is an amazing thing, right? So
Absolutely.
We want to be able to teach our kids that in a safe environment. So something I think both of you guys could use, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it before, is the program called Seesaw. Have either of you are familiar with this one?
I haven't.
I've heard of it, but I haven't used it.
Susie, you have, but you haven't used it.
Correct.
Okay. I almost wish they had a slightly different name for it. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it makes you think it's really only for the younger children. But it is absolutely applicable to higher learning as well. So the idea is that my math story here, I can save it. So these are my drawings I've done in the past, and then I can
Fix the drawing to save to your photos.
So I can save it to my camera roll, save it to my photos, and then I can upload it into something like Seesaw, which Seesaw is the pretty much the best one that I know of. So I wouldn't go searching for too much else. And
Pick the drawing to delete.
okay. Still talking.
Now, is Seesaw a free app? Is it an app?
It is. It's available on iOS as an app, but it's also web-based. So if you know, if your school has more Chromebooks, you can use that method as well, which is great. It has amazing compatibility with Google Drive and Google Classroom. So if that's something that your teachers or students are already familiar with, then it's like they're like a match made in heaven.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Can't wait to, I want to explore that one next. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on going deep into that one right now.
That's fine.
But in a nutshell, it has lots of safety features to keep that privacy at basically any level that you want it at. So you could open things up more, but by default, it's going to be very private. But it offers a really great connection for the parents. So it's not just putting things on the internet for the sake of putting them on the internet. It's a really great way to communicate with the parents about the different things that are happening in the classroom. So, you know, when I was teaching kindergarten, this was like 2 years ago now, I was, you know, it was hard for me because I wasn't sending home tons of worksheets and papers. We were doing lots of things digitally. And at that time, I didn't have something like Seesaw to share that with the parents. And it's like, hey, these kids are making these projects that are really, really great, that align perfectly with Common Core standards.
Right.
They're doing exactly what they need to be doing, but how do I send that to every parent? Like, I can't send an individual email to every parent. That would take forever.
Yeah.
So once you teach the kids how to put this on their own Seesaw account, then the parents will have a link and an access, and so they'll be able to see what it is that's happening in Seesaw. So it's pretty cool.
Great idea. Great idea.
Yeah. So that's about it. I mean, I hope that you guys can try it. I mean, sounds like both of you are interested.
Well, you know what? I think I'm changing my lesson plans next week. In fact, we've been doing poetry because it's poetry month. And I really foresee the third, fourth, and fifth graders would love doing this with poems too. We could draw the poem and they could recite the poem that they've created with the recording and check out Seesaw and see if we can upload some of them.
Yeah, you do want to, so the district where I am at right now, I don't know why, but Seesaw is not on the like approved list, like where we have a contract with them. So they like for us to use it. They want for us to use it. And I think it's because it's free. I'm not, I don't have background on that, but
probably.
Yeah, so just be aware, like I know for myself, I have to get parent permission before we put anything on there for these students. That's which I don't foresee being an issue to get. It's just it's a step. So just be aware that maybe you'll have to do something like that too.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and especially for third and fourth graders who are a little bit more capable, you know, they'll much quicker than a 5-year-old will. A really great feature that they added not too long ago is that so you can make like a little a movie with like different scenes. So it says okay, so now this is going to be one movie with both of those. It's just going to be continuous. So you could build something that's more complex than just having the one scene. Which is really a cool feature, I think.
I do too. So, when I was playing with it earlier, I just simply did a couple little things with the caterpillar and the cocoon and then the butterfly and thought, wow, we can do all kinds of things with this. I'm just excited. Like I said, new lesson plans.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good. Susie, how about you? What do you have to bring up any inspiration for you?
I see, like I said earlier, I can see doing something with our education majors. Personally, the little guy behind me, I think he'll have fun with it too.
Awesome, awesome. So happy to hear that. That's really cool. And yeah, that's about it. I appreciate your guys' help and willingness to participate. It was fun. I think we should probably do it again and see how you guys liked it.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, have a great weekend, you guys.
You too.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.